Hey guys, how you doing? You guys, this is going to be the weirdest video you've ever seen, probably, and I'm so sorry, but I had to get this done. Hold on. I had to get this done for my home tour. But, you guys know I have two dogs, Bella and Polly. Well, Bella, I'm just going to keep working as I'm talking to you. Bella and Polly, well, I've noticed that Bella hasn't been herself completely lately, and she's lost some weight pretty quick. And my son's going to take me today to the vet, and I'm not anticipating anything good coming from this. Oh, and let me just say, if you don't want to listen to this, I don't blame you, so just go on to another channel. But for my YouTube family that, knows me and has followed me, you get the good and the bad, right? It isn't always happiness. You can't always be happy. But doing stuff like this, believe it or not, when my daughter passed, it wasn't long before I was doing videos, because that was like a therapy for me, and I could interact with you guys, because I really didn't want to interact with anyone in my I say real world, but you know what I mean, where they're tangible, where I can see them. I just kind of reclused. Kind of, I still do to some degree, but anyway, getting off track as usual. Anyway, I'm taking her today because I noticed that her eyes, I don't know what it is, but there's something going on with her eyes, and I could not let her, go with her eyes being, maybe, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. I don't know yet. I won't know until I go to the vet. But I really need you guys to pray, okay? Just pray that whatever they tell me, I can, if I have to do something, that I have the strength to do it. She's been with me through so much. She's been through, when my youngest daughter, got married, and she was the last one at home. Of course, you have your empty nest. And then, of course, when Tanya died, she was there. And she, how dogs are. You guys that are dog lovers, animal lovers, cat lovers, whatever, they're not just an animal. And someone that isn't an animal lover, they're not going to get it. And I understand that. I understand that. That's why this might not be the video for you today. But anyway, I thought, I've got to get this cake done, and I know I'm not going to be able to do it without crying. So that's just the way it goes, That's why this is going to be a weird video. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone decorating cake and crying their head off. And believe it to me, always outside the box. Anyway, this cake is going to be decorated for Christmas, and I have some others, cupcakes that I'm going to be doing as well, and another little cake. But I need to get these all done, like I said, because my home tour is next on the 1st of December, and I have to have this stuff done because it's a part of my decor. And then I'm making a cake for someone that's been very, very sweet to me, and I appreciate very much. So this will, one of these cakes will go to them. But her appointment is at 2:40, and right now it's 5 minutes to 12. I am dreading it. I am dreading it so bad I can't tell you how bad I'm dreading it. But I know it's got to be done. And I remember when I saw her not feeling well, and she started to lose some weight, and I thought, that's weird. But then I thought it's because we changed her food. And so I just chalked it up to that. Well, then but she kept losing, and I thought, that's not right. And this happened just in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And now this thing with her eye, I don't know. But it came on so quick. I mean, that's what just blew my mind, is because it wasn't something gradual. It was just like boom, So, first I thought it was the food, and she was still eating. She still played, she had a good appetite. Yeah, I mean, everything was the same. Nothing changed. It wasn't like she was lethargic or, where it was a noticeable, other than her weight, anything really noticeable. And, but then in the last, really this morning, I noticed her eyes looked terrible. And I thought, oh, Lord, what is going on? And so I told my son, I said, I can't let her go like this. I mean, could it be something as easy as some eye drops, maybe? I don't know. But whatever the case is, I need to have her looked at before Thanksgiving, because no one will be there, you know what I mean? And but most importantly, I can't let her go through this. So, that's what's going on here. I really am sorry that, I came on like that, but you know what, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going through, and I can't apologize for feeling what I'm feeling. And I also had, like I said, I have no other time than to get this done, and it keeps my mind somewhat occupied until I have to go. But right now what I'm doing is I'm going to make a cake out of these tins. Remember I told you that you can use tin and it adheres. It doesn't come off, it adheres. So any of you that have some of these cookie tins, you can make a cake out of it. And this small one, which is cool, is from the Dollar Tree. And the bigger one that I have is, that was from the grocery store. But these little ones make really cute little cakes. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take some of my sprinkles that I made with the Sculpey and I'll put some of the sprinkles on. But I bought a couple picks. The Joann's by me had a grand opening. They moved their store and they had a grand opening, and I normally don't shop there, but I just wanted to go in and see what it was like because it's next door to where I work. And so I went in and they had some cool picks, and I thought I could use them for my faux cakes for Christmas. So when I start decorating this, you'll see what I'm doing with it. But I do think on one of these I am going to put some of those sprinkles while this spackle is still wet. I won't pipe this until I get back, but because I want this to dry somewhat. But I did want to get at least this far. So I guess after I get done frosting this one, I'll turn off the camera and sit with Bella for a while before I have to leave. And I sure hope I have a good report when I get back. I pray I have a good report. Although I don't know, my heart's telling me that it may not be a good report. But you know, it's weird. And again, if you don't have animals or you don't like animals or whatever, well, you're probably not even watching this, but I had told her when I saw that, you know, when it really started to hit me that, you know what, she is looking thinner. Because at first, like I said, you know, I thought maybe just the dog, you know, I didn't think too much of it. And then when I noticed she was continuing to lose, I said to her, I go, Bella, you need to tell me. And if it's more than just, you know, the dog food or whatever. And I know that sounds weird, but today, the way she looked at me, I knew. I just knew it. And I had prayed. And I said, God, just give me the strength and let me know when the time is. And let me know so I'm not doubting myself, because that's the worst thing. Because like I said, the reason I kept going back and forth with myself is because her appetite has never changed. She's eating, drinking water, eliminating, playing with her toy. You know what I mean? So it's not like all of a sudden she's not doing anything or not eating. I mean, then it would be, you know, I mean, there would be no question. But none of that changed. And that's where I kept wrestling with, well, should I take her? Shouldn't I? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's fine. But today, I just knew something was different. So anyway, I'm almost done with this. So I'm so sorry. But like I said, I wanted to be able to do this on camera, and I couldn't wait, and I couldn't help my emotions. So unfortunately, this is kind of a weird DIY. But I'll be back, and I'll let you guys know what's going on, and then we'll decorate this together. Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you a picture of Bella. A lot of times if you see an actual photo of someone that someone's talking about, it means a little bit more. And when you're praying, you can look at them and think about it. But this one is Bella. This one's Polly. And this is when I picked her up from the rescue. Can you see that? And there's a little story. She was got in the summer, in August. And she was one of 4 that were brought into the rescue with the mom. The weird thing is the mom was adopted when they were brought in, and the puppies weren't. So when we went in, they took us into a room, and they brought in 3, because I guess one had been adopted. And they brought 3 in, and it was Butterfinger, she was Butterfinger, Skittles, and I can't remember what the other one's name was now. I can't remember. But anyway, I do remember Skittles, and she was Butterfinger. So they put them down on the floor, and she ran to me, scratched my leg for me to pick her up, and this is how she stayed. And if my daughter was here right now, she could attest to it. Just like this against my chest, me holding her for 2 hours while we were there filling out paperwork and everything else. She stayed like this. My daughter drove, and so I held her like this all the way home. So my daughter said to me, when we were in the room waiting for the rest of the paperwork to be done, She said, Mom, she said, you didn't pick her out, she picked you. Anyway, when you think about her, please pray for her, because we're not out of the woods yet. She's still in the little hospital, animal hospital, vet / hospital. So, like I always tell you, and I mean it, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. Okay, guys, I just wanted to show you. It's getting closer. I'm not hungry, but I have to eat something because I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Anyway, Davida, stop. Oh God, you guys. I did 3. I did the big one, and then I did. This is a cookie. Well, I don't want to pick it up. You can see it. This is a cookie tin. And then here is the little one. Can't really move that. Actually, I should put it on wax paper. But there's the little one down there. And then the cupcakes I'm going to put in here. And you'll be with me when I do that. And then I just used this wicker white because where these are going, and the person that I'm giving one of these to, I'm going to give them a Christmas one. Because I don't know if they would decorate with them on a regular basis, so I'll do the Christmas one first. But what was I going to say? Where I'm putting them in my dining room, in the formal dining room, it is more of the it's the Santa and candy theme, where it's the bright reds and whites, you know, not what I'm doing in my kitchen or family room, where it's more of the farmhouse with the black check and the reds and the homespun fabric. So these, you'll see how I decorate these, but these will be going in more of that look. So that's why I made them such a white. That's what I wanted deliberately. So I think I'm going to get some of my sprinkles that we did together that I made out of the Sculpey, and I'm going to put a few sprinkles on one of these. I don't know which one yet because I'm going to decorate each of them different. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the 3 that were frosted and what I used with the spackle, the wicker white from Folk Art. Hey guys, I'm back and it is the next day. And I just want to come back and let you know, as you can see, everything was left the way it was because as soon as I got done, like I said, with the frosting yesterday, I had to take Bella to the vet. And the follow-up is she has diabetes, you guys. And I didn't realize, you know, she was, like I said, she was eating, she was playing, she was doing everything. So I'm not thinking anything until I started realizing, you know, that she had lost some weight, but I just thought it was because we changed food. Well, the bottom line is she has diabetes, and it's pretty bad. So they had to keep her overnight, and she was dehydrated. Now, any of you that follow me know how much she drinks water. So, you know, being a complete numbnut, I'm thinking, well, how can she be dehydrated if she's drinking all this water? Well, it's a long thing as far as chemically, I don't know how to explain it, but when they have the diabetes, apparently they feel like they need to drink this water all the time because of things that are going on in the body. And I'm not a doctor and I can't remember exactly how he worded it. Bottom line is, the bottom line, and that's what's the most important. I just called this morning and I wanted to wait before I came on to let you guys know so I knew how well she was responding to the intravenous, to get her hydrated, plus they started giving her insulin. She is responding to it. it has only been not 24 hours, of course, so he wants to keep her overnight until tomorrow. And he said as far as it's looking right now, she's responding the way he wanted her to respond. And as far as everything looks, I can pick her up tomorrow, and they're going to show me how to start administering her insulin, which she will need for the rest of her life, for 2 times a day. And so just pray that I get this shot right. I'm nervous about that, but I mean, it's got to be done, so I'm going to have to learn it. And I just, again, want to apologize for the tears yesterday, but I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real, guys. I mean, so sorry that you saw these cakes being decorated with tears, but hopefully today now, while we get the piping done and the decorating done, it's going to be on a happier note, because I have, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good that she's responding, and I'm so thankful to God that, I took her, because I had no clue. I mean, had I known, she would have been there sooner, but I didn't, I don't know. All I can say is if your dog drinks a lot of water, and you are thinking, wow, he's drinking a lot more water than usual, get him checked, because it very possibly could be diabetes if it's an extraordinary amount. Now, when I say that, I mean, I don't mean she was at the bowl, 24/7, but I noticed she was drinking more water than usual, but I really honestly did not think a whole lot about it. And like I said, when she started losing weight, that's when I started thinking, and in the beginning, not a whole lot. But as time went on, I thought, you know what, something's not right. And then, that's why I took her, but thank God I did. So please pray for her that she's going to respond well, and that, we get to keep her for, I'd be thankful for even a couple more years. So anyway, I just wanted to give you the update. So I'm going to get my piping ready. I have my bag ready, and this is my favorite tip. It's the Open Star, and this is one of the big bags. These are 16 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and make my spackle like you've seen before and fill this up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to put a little bit of spackle in the middle, because this is going to adhere this poinsettia, this silk, and then this sugar-coated leaves with their berries on it. So this will act as an anchor. Look how beautiful. I just hope this will ship well. I am trying to do something where you don't have it real tall, so it can go in the box easy. So I want to turn it around here. I want to turn it around here so it has, I don't want the back side not to look nice as well. So I'm going to put a couple more leaves that I cut off. See, and once this is dry, it should be anchored in well, because in a cake you want it to look nice all the way around. And I'm just cutting. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. I may have to cut the top of the cake box the acetate, you know, that covers it. I hate to do that, but I might have to because I don't want to squish the hollyberry leaves. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do to this. And even though it's off to the side, I don't care. I just really like the way I mixed in the sugar covered holly leaves with this regular silk holly leaf and its berries, and then this little pick. I like the way that that looks. Yep, guys, I think that's all I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to do any more because sometimes less is more when you're dealing with a cake like this, to put on a cake plate and put it on your hutch or your table. So I'm going to leave that, put a little bit more of this on the piping while it's still a little wet. What you could do is, if you had berries, you could put some berries along here, but I don't have small enough, so we'll let that dry. I will be back to make a next one. Okay, so here we go with the second one. This one I think I might try to do like stars around it instead of the ruffle. Again, this is the same open star tip. Okay, so that's with the just going up and down instead of ruffling it, okay? But I really like this dark green. I like the, oh, come on, the contrast. I really like that dark against the white. So I may do this one. Do any of you remember, this is reminding you, remember where you used to be able to get that a snowball, and it was ice cream, and it had that really good frosting on the outside of it, and it had a holly, and the holly was made out of like a buttercream frosting. Remember those? I don't know why we don't have them anymore. I just thought of that when I was making it, because that's what it reminds me of. That's how I'm going to leave that one. That one's peeking through there. I do want to add a little of this to it as well. Because you can, you can't maybe see it on camera, but you can see just little iridescent sparkles, which really makes it look pretty. Oh, I'm going to add a jingle bell. Okay, now I know I'm not going to have enough for the bottom, so I have to go make more. So when I get some more spackle, we will do the small cake, and we'll do that more of a candy, and then we'll do a couple cupcakes. Okay guys, I'm on to the last one, and I'm going to frost around because this is dry, and just a little. I just like the ruffly, to me. I mean, you can do whatever you want. If you didn't want to put a ruffle around this, you don't have to. But especially since it's for the holidays. Okay, this one I want to try to make more of a candy type look. So I'm going to put a little bit in the middle. And when I'm definitely going to put candies on this one. But I have to decide what I want for this main focal point. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. This one I think I'm going to keep in the kitchen, and when you see my kitchen, it'll kind of make sense to you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I just got to push that up a little bit. It's kind of soft because of the acrylic paint. I'm going to use a piece of this pine and the frosted, because this is more of the look in my kitchen. So let's see what happens. Again, I'm using that spackle to adhere this stuff. This is going to look pretty in the kitchen because of my decor. Remember, my decor is gingerbread, right? And I'm going to make some candy canes, I believe, and some lollipops. See how I've laid that snowflake? And then I'm going to start building from this. So now I have, keeping in mind the only thing this is adhering to is spackle, because underneath this is metal. Remember, this is our little cookie tin from the Dollar Tree. So I strongly suggest that you guys go out, if you like this, and go get some of those cookies, because it's worth it. You'd spend more on a paper mache round. So to me it would be well worth if you want to do this. No, I want all the same kind of material of these candies. Okay, so I'm going to keep going on this, and then when I'm done, I'll be back. Guys, it came to me. I knew it would. I kept thinking it needs something that will go with the decor in my kitchen this year. Our gingerbread men that we made. That's what I can put on it, and a couple of the cupcakes. Okay? So, okay, let's look. Okay, I made some little ones with the extra cinnamon and applesauce, and I had these little tiny cutters. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. I know that's what I need. Okay, I just got to put a little more spackle to adhere him. Oh, that's perfect. I kept thinking there's got to be something that I can adhere. There's got to be something that will go with the kitchen a little bit more, and this is it. That's what I want. Cool. Cool. So see, why the spackle's still wet, I can keep moving this so it sticks up better. But once that dries, I won't be able to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the bottom of the cake. And then we will do our cupcakes. Okay, it's done. And I put sprinkles around the bottom. So I really like the way that turned out. And again, I'll take pictures so you guys can see it better. Okay, now we're going to start the cupcakes. Okay, so I went ahead and I frosted some cupcakes. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is I got to start decorating these while they're still, you know, pliable. So I'm going to put, for this one, this little gingerbread man right there. Then I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put next to him that little candy, and that came from a Christmas pick. So there's one. Then this one, I think I'm going to put some sprinkles. Okay. Put some on this one while I have it out, while it's still where it's able to kind of hold on to some of it. You don't want to wait on this kind of stuff, because once it starts to dry a little bit, it'll just crack it. My gingerbread, a lot of them, unfortunately, are kind of too big. Yeah, that's too big. So we're just going to have to use what we have. And that is picks. That's cute. You want this frosting to be not tilted, so when it's wet, sometimes it gets a little top heavy. Just shake it really lightly. Don't keep shaking it, but to where it stands up more straight. Okay, there's that. I'll put the candy cane as well, so it has a couple things in it. Okay, and you'll see all these in a picture at the end. Okay, I do have some little hearts that I made from our gingerbread, and I keep them in a Ziploc. Oh, I wish now I would have made some more. Well, you know what, live and learn. Put this gingerbread heart here, and I'm going to do one on this one because these will be in my kitchen. There's that one. I'll pull this out just a little bit. And this one's got more of a bright type look, so I think with this one I'll do that. And I'll take off a couple of these. And these are from picks I've had. This particular red one. That's cute. This one, when it dries here, I will put it in a new one of these. But I'm going to let it dry first. So I'm going to do this one basically like I did the other one just now. There's that one. Okay, so I think, okay guys, I'm going to bring you over here. It's easier for me to hold this so I can get closer. So I love the way these turned out. They turned out exactly how I had envisioned them to. And again, I just used wicker white. I wanted the cake to be completely white. Knowing I had these holly leaves, I'm talking about the real deep green ones. The other ones I just got with the sugar on them. And the picks I just got, like I showed you before. And then the sprinkles are from the Sculpey, where I made the sprinkles for my faux desserts. And then I decided to put a little cinnamon heart from the applesauce and cinnamon right there at the bottom of it, of the holly leaves. And then here's the other one I made. It's basically the same. It's basically the same. And then over here is the little one I made, more of a candy with the suckers and the gingerbread. And then here's a couple of the cupcakes, and I put a little cinnamon guide that I made with my applesauce. And this is just a peppermint candy from a Christmas pick, as well as this is from a Christmas pick with a frosted berry. And then this one I just put a heart and a jingle bell. So that's a few of my faux desserts, and there's my apple pie in the back. I have that back there. So guys, remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.